You're right on life in the Philippines, love chain nation, comedy and issue. One nation under, one love.
Hello, my friends. This is BobbieD coming to you live from THROWBACK, Cebu, Philippines. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well. Where are you from? Hey, today I want to talk to you about how to weather storms in your relationships. In the Philippines, yeah, man, how to weather storms in your relationships in the Philippines. Yeah. What a joy. Such a joy to come back to get my friends. And I want to say, those of you for the first time, if you would please click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can see fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about relationships and when you talk about Filipinos and women in general and men, and they come together, you're going to always have some storms in life. Okay? Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a natural storm. Yeah. In the Philippines. You ever heard of Ra and Odette? They're coming down in the Philippines right now. Yeah. It's on its way. And so I just got to thinking, we got to weather this storm, y'all. I told Lise D, we got to get ready because it's going to come down on us, Lise D. And I just don't want to get caught out in the storm. I just don't want to get messed up. We got to, and you know what she said? She said, it's going to always be some storm. Quit getting upset. I said, wow, you know what? You're right. Even with relationships, man, there's always going to be a situation. There's always going to be a circumstance. There's always going to be a mix-up, a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, a missed opportunity. So what do? Just throw up your hands and wave your hands in the air and act like you just don't care. Do you do that? And you forget about it and walk away? Oh, come on, man. You better than that, right? I know you are. You better than that, lady. You better than that, man. I know you are. You don't do that. If you love somebody, you hang in there and you deal with it. Yeah, you deal with it. And what happens is, whenever you have a storm, it has a tendency to bring out things in you, in your mate. And so what happens is, whenever those things are brought out, then you see the real nitty-gritty of who you are. Who your partner is all, what she is all about, what he's all about. Y'all see each other like you. There's a story that comes on the air, Naked and Afraid. Y'all seen that story? I think it comes on the Discovery Channel. That's one of my favorite stories. Naked and Afraid in the wilderness. Naked, you know what I'm saying? They go in this wilderness, right? Man, woman, whatever. And they go two men, a man and a woman. They go in the wilderness, and they have nothing on, man. They just bare naked, and they got to survive in the wilderness for like 10 days, 20 days, and they got nothing, man. So you know what? That's what happens. When you go through a storm with your partner, man, and it's like you're naked and afraid, naked and ashamed. You got nothing on. Because the storm tears you up. All that facade, all that masquerade she was having with her and she was having with you, it's broken down to the ground. It's shed off. And what sheds it off? The storms, the ravages of life. We shred, strip, slash, wrap, it'll tear down. So you got nothing left but you and your partner. And you got to figure out, hey, is it worth it for us to continue in this relationship after we have weathered this storm? We're going to talk about that. All right. I'm not going to be long today. We're on the night shift today. We're on my night shift crew at. We're going to night shift today. I don't have never have a lot of people on the night shift. Hey, don't bother with me, man. I'm going to do what I got to do. And if you don't want to hear it, still, I do it by myself. Because you know what? I do it by my doggone self. Because that's what I do. I don't need nobody to pump me up. Nah, you want to pump me up, fine. But I don't need that. I got it here, and I pump myself up, okay? And I'm going to give it to you right, Ty Long. You ready to receive this thing tonight? Let's go. I ain't playing with y'all. Let's go. I don't have a one or two, but that's all right. I don't need nobody else but the Lord on my side. And if the one or two that's looking at it, that's all I need. You with me? Let's go. All right. So last time we talked about what we talked about, y'all. Who remember? See, y'all don't even remember. What did we talk about? I'm gonna give you 2 second answer. One Mississippi. Two. What we talk about? See, you done forgot so quick. We talked about, and it was just yesterday. Yeah, we talked about this. We had a live stream yesterday. Yeah, and we talked about this right here. We talked about this right here, listening. The importance of listening. Yeah, how life and can be relationships. Baby, listen to me, please. Yeah, we talked about how important it is for men and women. Okay, Lisa, I don't need no comments from the peanut gallery right now. Okay. That was the other day. Lisa, this was yesterday, Lisa. Okay.
Breakfast stuff.
Huh? Okay. These didn't mess with me, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. All right. Whatever day it was. Y'all know we talked about this right here. We talked about relationships, man. How it's important that you listen to your lady and that your lady listen to you. You know, it's very important that you listen to each other. I talked about listening, that it's more important to listen than it is to talk. Listening is one of the key and cornerstones of communication process in any relationship, whether it's with you and your boss, whether it's you with your children, whether it's you with your mate, your partner, you know, it is important that you listen. More important than you talk. Anybody can talk, but very few people can really listen. I differentiated the difference between hearing and really listening. Okay? The Bible said that people got ears, but they can't hear. They got hands, but they can't touch. They got eyes, but they can't see. They got mouth, but they can't talk. Feet, and they can't walk. You know, but that's the difference. It's really getting down to understanding and getting all the outside things, the distractions, all of that stuff that entangles us up in getting and preventing us from getting a really, really decent and sustainable, loving, caring, sharing relationship. Get that junk out the way. Anything that's going to hinder you from opening up and hearing what they got to say, you need to let it go. Turn off the football game, gentlemen. Ladies, some ladies like it too. Turn off the football game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, turn it off. Well, turn that story off, ladies. You know, I know you like to watch your favorite story, but when your man got to say something to you, turn it off. Okay? Okay, Lisa D. What else? What'd you say? Okay. I don't know. Lisa's here tonight, y'all. But Lisa D has a little headache. She don't want to. She said, I might come in, but I don't know. If your headache do well, you come on in. If you don't, you just lay there and get yourself better. Okay, my dear? Love you. I was gonna say it. All right, but I forgot what I said. But yeah, man, you gotta listen, okay? Not just hear. Anybody can hear, you know. Hearing that's a given. If you got hearing, right? But I'm talking about listening, and I'm not gonna belabor that. We went over that. But if you didn't see that broadcast, man, y'all need to check it out. It was awesome. I'll give you some deep stuff, and you know, and if you don't think it's deep, you just ain't right. There's something wrong with you. That's why you all jacked up in your relationship, because you don't know nothing deep when you hear it or when you see it. You can't even listen. You don't know how to listen. I know how many times your girlfriend, your mate, your partner said, "You don't listen to me. You're not listening." How many times you heard that statement? I know more times than you can count. I know I did. I was a bad listener at one point in my relationship with Lisa D and other women. I was a bad listener. I really was. And I could talk more than I could listen. But I found out that all that talking, that yin-yang I was doing wasn't mean nothing, because I wasn't really listening. I was hearing, and it went in one ear and out the other. And when I realized that, I began to change. I asked the Lord to help me change, and He did. So I listened when Lisa D say something. I'm not every time now, because I'm still being changed. I'm still being worked on. You know, nothing is overnight, right? So I'm in the process of a work process. God is still moving on me. He's whittling off my bad side, chipping it, all that stuff, where I can really listen. I've gotten much, much better, so much better. I'm gonna pat myself on the shoulder. I'm like, I listen, I really do, and I'm not just talking about here. I listen. I listen for empathy, and I listen with sympathy. I put myself in her shoes, and sometimes when I put myself in her shoes, it's a nasty situation. And I know I'm wrong and I need to straighten it out. Same thing with you, ladies and gentlemen. When you put yourself in your partner's shoes after you have what? Listen to them, it should make a change in you. Okay? You should get in touch with an empathetic side of you and a sympathetic side of you. And it's called sensitivity. Hey, that's a bad word for y'all. I know. A lot of guys don't like me using that word sensitivity, baby. I'm not no sensitive. I'm not no sensitive. They just women just walk all over you when you sensitive. You a fool if you let them walk all over you. You could be a sensitive person without allowing somebody to walk all over you. You know how I know? Because I am. I'm a very sensitive man, and I don't let women or anybody walk all over me. Okay, so you better get that straight. So yeah, you can wear shoes. And my grandmother told me. She said, Bobby. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, son, you can wear shoes or you can go barefoot. You know what that mean, man? Do it or not. Be you. Be true to your relationship. Be true to you. All right, that's what we talk about. All right, thumb down for the day. Thumb down for the day. Thumb down for today. Let's go. I ain't playing today. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, we out. Stormy weather, baby. Yeah. See that lady right there? She going through some storms in her relationship. See all that rain hitting on her face? She said, I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to get through this storm, but I don't want him to take advantage of me. I don't want him to walk all over me like a doormat. We having some stormy weather up in this place, and I don't know what's wrong with John, but we're gonna have to get through this. Or if we don't get through this storm, we're gonna have some problems. You know what I'm saying? She's determined to figure out what's going on, but she knows she's in a storm. The problem is, man, a lot of us in our relationship, when we enter in our relationship, we don't even recognize, we don't even realize that we're in the midst of a storm. We can't read the handwriting on the wall. You know why? Because we're so caught up in our little world. And all we use our partner for is what we want them to do to us to make us feel jolly. You know what I'm talking about. Slam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. That's all we want. But that partner is more to that. And so what happens is when you relegate your partner to a particular role and that's all you, then guess what happens? Storm clouds start to brew on over your relationship. They get a little darker and they hang there and they hang there. And the more you try to get from under those clouds, the more they get bigger. They get bigger. They get bigger. And they encapsulate you and your partner. And you all get caught up in the storm. And some of y'all don't even know you're in them. What? You said, what, you getting ready to leave me? What happened? What's wrong? Are you crazy with me? Your handwriting was all over the wall that y'all was in the storm. You didn't even know it because you ignored her. You watched your football. You did, and same thing with the women. Women ignore the man. They give him they don't cook for the man. They give him the TV dinner. All crazy stuff. Taking people for granted can cause your relationship to be in a storm. Some of you right now looking at me, you in a storm right now. Don't play with me. Yeah, you, black man, you in a storm. You, Caucasian woman, you in a storm. You, brown man, you in a storm right now. In your relationship. See, there are all kinds of storms. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you didn't know that? There's all kinds of storms in relationships. There's an ice storm. You ever been in an ice storm in a relationship? I have. You know what the ice storm does? When it's time to do the wild thing, she cold as ice. That's an ice storm, man. That's one of the worst storms you could be. You don't want that. You do not want that in your life, okay? You do not want an ice storm in your life, okay, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it's same with the women. When they get ready to do the wild thing too, man, no, not tonight. That's an ice storm. They turn like cold as ice. And sometimes you just want to reach out and touch and wake them up to look at it. Do your, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Storms, man. Storms happen. Flood storms, rainstorms, windstorms, all kinds of storms can dampen your relationship. Can stop your relationship right in its tracks. Yeah, some of y'all, I just told you a minute ago, some of y'all in your storm right now. And you know why I know? Guess why I know? Because this is a holiday season. Statistically, this is the period of time where couples have more problems than any other time of the year. Holidays have a tendency to bring the worst out of people, especially couples. You didn't know that? I just enlightened you, didn't I? So see, I gave you some information. Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Whenever holidays come, that means that people do what? They have more time off to be more up in the room together. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when the storm clouds is over their relationship, they can't be friendly because the storm cloud causing them to be angry. You know what I'm saying? And so what happens is in January, you find statistically that more cases of divorces are filed in January than in any other month of the year. Reason why? Holidays is gone. They got on each other's nerves. They recognize that this person ain't for me. It's too much storm. I can't get through this storm. And they quit. They give up. And they file for divorce. And if you're not married, they break up, right? Some of you, that's why I tell you, some of you going through a storm right now in your long distance relationship with your Philippine. You done said something she didn't like you to say. She done said something you didn't like her to say, and now you're on shaky ground. And you're trying to get through the rain, and you're trying to get through the pain so you can get back on good ground with your lady. I know, man. Don't play with me. Please don't do that. Because I've been there, I've done that. Okay? That's not good grammar. That's not good grammar. I can talk right when I want to. I just like to talk like that sometimes. But yeah, so I got three things for you. Let me read a few quick. 3 things to you so you know how to weather a storm in your relationship. And if you don't actively want to get through the storm, then don't do anything. Because the storm will envelop you. The storm will encompass you. It will bring you down to the ground. It will bring you out to your barest essentials. And you begin to see each other that your relationship is nothing because you didn't make a fight. You didn't put an umbrella up. You didn't try to weather. You didn't try to cover yourself and get back together in the right relationship. So if you want to break up, don't fight. Don't get no umbrella. The storm will take you under. But you don't have to go out like that. So for those of you that don't want to go out there like that, I know you're going through some storm right now. I got 3 things for you, and we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna call it a night. Okay? Where my night crew at? Let's go. All right, number 1 is what? Let's go. I got 3 things for you. No hocus pocus. Just 5 okay. I only got 1 focus sheet for tonight. I'll make it quick, sweet, short, to the point. Let's go. Number 1. Whenever you go through a storm, you want to weather the storm in your relationship. Number 1, realize that storms do pass. Yeah. Remember, the Bible said, "This too shall what? This you shall pass, man." It's not going to be always. And the problem is, we don't understand how to wait. We want everything to be right now. We live in a right now society. We live in a right now world. We live in an instant snap. I want it now. Sometimes it don't work like that, ladies and gentlemen. You have to wait on things. And so understand that you may be going through a storm right now, but this too shall pass. And sometimes, my brothers and my sisters, you got to wait this thing out. Okay? She might not even be speaking to you. That's because the storm is over your relationship. You might not be speaking to her. But sometimes, if you really want to make it, salvage it, you got to wait. Storm cloud sometime will pass. And you got to understand that this too shall pass. If you want it to. You want to pass, and you want to keep on living under storm clouds on your whole relationship. Huh? This too. You got to understand. Number 1 is what? Realize that this too is not going to be there always. Not going to be there always. I remember the songs, storm cloud, hallelujah, Hallelujah. You know the storm cloud passing over. Hallelujah. Remember that song in church? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know the storm cloud passing over. Hallelujah. Yeah, it's passing over. It's not going to stay forever. This too shall pass. And so when you understand that this is a passing situation, then you can gird yourself. You can gird yourself for the stormy weather that you're embracing. You can gird yourself for the bad times and the stinking, rotten, filthy things people might say or might do. Gird yourself if you want your relationship to work, right? You want it to work, right? Huh? Or you want these people that you just want to quit when something go bad. I'm out. I see it. I'm not with that. You want them people, you ain't gonna never have nothing in your life. Be consistent, and if you want to be a winner in your relationship, hang with it, stay with it, and work it out. Wait until the storm clouds will pass. Everything changes in life. People change, things change. You have a certain amount of patience in your relationship and in everything you do in this world. You patient on your job, right? You wait on that paycheck. You patiently wait on that paycheck on Friday at 5 o'clock. You wait for your boss man to bring that paycheck round, right? Huh? Why you can't wait on your relationship? This too shall pass. Be patient, be consistent, and work in your relationship during the storm. Okay? You with me? Number one is recognize that what? This too shall pass. Everything has a season in life. Everything has a reason in life. And when you understand that principle, you can get around the storms. Okay? Is this making sense to you? I hope so, because it's making perfect sense to me, because I lived this life. I've been through it. I'm done it. I've been there and done that. That's why when you know what you know, you can teach people, and then you can give them a show. I can show you. I have to always tell you, I can show you better than I can throw you. I've been through this. I've done that. I can tell you the stuff I've done, man. You'd be like, BobbieD, you did that? Yeah, I did it. I'm not proud of the stuff I've done, but I'm telling you the good stuff you need to know to get through the storms in your relationship. You with me, man? I know you are. Let's go. All right, number two is what? What's number two? So number one. Let's figure out. Let's get number one more time. Number one. Hold on. So number one, those that can bend with the wind will weather the storm. If you can bend with the wind, you're gonna weather with the storm. See that lady in the water right there? She about drowning in the storm waters because her relationship is shaking her under. She can't deal with it. She don't recognize that this too will pass, so she letting the waters suck her under. Okay? Those that can bend with the wind will weather the storm. In other words, if you're flexible enough, if you can wait, if you can be patient, you will weather the storm. We can make a choice to realize what we're doing and stop scratching the sore while still having healthy boundaries. What you mean by scratching sore? I don't scratch no sore, BobbieD, because if I scratch a sore, it gonna make it. Well, yeah, that's the whole point. You get my point? That is the whole point, my brother. That is the whole point, my sister. When you scratch a sore, you make it what? Worse. And the more you scratch that sore, the more it gets worse, infection, and then it begins to do what? Sting. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Scratching and scratching, and then anything that stinks usually is dead. A dead relationship, and something dead. What you have to do with something dead is stinking right. Bury. Anything dead need to be buried. So you don't want to get to a point in your relationship where you're scratching the sore and you're making your relationship dead as a doorknob. You're making your relationship past tense. You want to work through it. And the way to do that is to participate and to be patient and to bend with the wind. Okay? Don't break. The wind, don't let the wind break you. Don't let the storm break you. Bend. Be flexible. Float. Muhammad Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bait. Flow through the storm. You know what's going on. Don't run from it. Then flow through it. Okay? Be patient. It's going to pass. When you understand that this too shall pass, this is only temporary. you know what the final results gonna be if you hang in it and if you want it. Okay, be patient. All right, number 2, let's go. So number 1 is what? Realize that storms do pass. Number 2, step back. Not only should you realize that storms do pass, but step back to glimpse what your role is in keeping the storm alive. Mhm. Yeah, some of us like drama queens, and we got some drama kings in relationship. I don't know what it is, but a lot of us, we relish the fact that we are having drama. I just, for the life of me, I cannot understand why a man and a woman or a woman would want to keep up a lot of drama in the relationship. I just don't understand it. That's not my thing, and I'll never understand that. My thing is peace. Yeah, happiness. And I do everything I can to maintain a cohabitation of peace with my lady. And so I'm like, what's your problem? Why you can't? What I'm saying? But some people always got to have some drama. They always got to have some mess, and they always got to have some stress. If you hooked up with somebody like that, ladies and gentlemen, you better pray hard, because you're going to have a hard life with them. They always got to be some mess. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying get rid of them, but pray. Only God can change a person like that. You know what I'm saying? Thank God I don't have nobody like that always got to have some mess in their life and always want to keep up mess. Because I'll be like, Lord, you got to help me before I help them. You don't want me to help them, Lord. But people like that, you have to pray, because that's the only, you can't change them. Okay? They were born like that. When you met them, they was like that, and they would have met. You know that they were like that when you met them. So you can't change John McKean, ladies. Ladies, you cannot change your man to John McKean. And men, you cannot change your lady if she's the John McQueen, but you can pray about it. Okay? So number 1 is what? Realize things are bad. Number 2 is what? Go ahead, hold on. That's one. Number 2, stop, look, and figure out. Hold on. Mess up. Okay. Here we go. Number 2 is what? Step back, and glimpse of what your role is in keeping the storm alive. We always talk to you about drama queens, always want to do stuff, always want to have some negative stuff going on. But what is your role? Are you the drama king in a relationship? Are you the drama queen? Are you keeping this stuff purposely because you like to have mess and stress? Find out what your role is. And the only way you're going to find out what your role in the storm that you're going through with your person, your spouse, your mate, your partner, is to step back. Step back, because when you're going through stuff, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes you can't see it for what it is. You can't see the reality of the situation because you are blinded by your emotions. Mm-hmm. You're blinded by love or lack of love. Or you could be blinded by anger. Or you could be blinded by selfishness. Okay? Things have a tendency to take your eyes off the true reality of the situation. And that's why everybody, when you have a woman and a man come together and they're going through a storm, and the first thing they do when they get in the counselor's office, what they say, she's the problem. And the lady said, no, I'm not the problem, you're the problem. And they start arguing because they have not taken a step back and did an objective analysis of what is really going on. Okay, so number 2, step back. Get yourself out of the emotions. Your little silly pride, man. We know we got that ego thing going on. Get out of there. That's not going to help you get you through the storm in your life, in your relationship. Pull yourself out of yourself for a moment. Say, man, let me see. No, am I the one that called this? What am I doing? I call her the B word. She don't like it. But I call all my women the B word. Just talking to yourself. That's called self-talk, right? But I call all my women the B word. And she ain't no better than nobody else. See how crazy that sounds? You call her, you were one of the instigators because you call her a word that she don't like. Okay? And now y'all going through a big storm and you trying to, and if you never pull yourself out of it, you'll never recognize the silly little things you're doing to cause the storm. Same with her. She might don't cook for you. She might don't clean the house, whatever. And she don't realize it. She's like, oh, what am I doing? She pulled herself out. What am I doing? Well, sometimes I know I don't cook. And he get mad at me But that shouldn't be no big problem. Yes, it is a big problem, lady. Man want to eat, and he fix you, he take care of you. Least you can do is fix some doggone. Least you can do is fix a meal. Yeah. But anyway, that you get my point. I'm trying to show you that when you pull yourself out of the situation, out of the storm, then you can begin to see. Your eyes can begin to be open, and you begin to see what your role is in keeping the storm alive in your relationship. Are you with me so far? I done lost somebody, man. But y'all know what you talk about. I pray about it, okay? Because I believe God is able. And if you can't understand what I'm saying, ask God to open up your mind, and ask God to open up your vision, and ask Him to open up your insight and your spiritual person. Because I'm a spiritual person. If you can't understand my words, you can. If you on a spiritual level with the Lord, I'm on a spiritual level with the Lord, then our spirits should be able to communicate. Because in the Bible said that the Spirit of the Lord is in us. That's we as Christians, right? Okay. So just ask God to give you some spiritual insight. Okay, let go. All right, number 2, step back. You gotta take a step back, Jack. You gotta take a step back and figure out your issue in this storm. What's causing it? Because it takes 2 to tango. They can't just blame her for everything. You can go to counselors and well, she doing everything. I don't know what's wrong with her. I do everything in the house. I cook, I clean. She don't do nothing. I work and I come home. What's he said? Well, sir, and then the counselor said, sir, yeah, ma'am. Do you spend any time with your wife? I work, man. I work overtime. I work 14, 16 hours a day. And when I come home, man, I'm sleep. I'm tired. I got to get bed. Sir, have you ever thought about spending some time with your wife? Do you think that she may want to spend some time? See, everybody got some issues. It's not just one person. It's not just one-sided. It's two-sided in every storm. Okay? And so you have to step back and examine what your role is in the storm if you're causing it to happen. Okay? So understand, number one is what? Number one is recognize that we all have the storm, that the storm will pass. Number 2 is that you need to step back and find out what your role is in the storm. Now, when you understand your role in something, because you could be causing the storm. When you're in the middle of conflict, you can't see it clearly because your emotions are clouding your vision. Stepping back gives you an objective glimpse of how you may inadvertently be contributing to the storm and keep it going. You know? That's what stepping back does. It pulls you out of the situation temporarily and momentarily so you can get a glimpse of what really is going on. What the heck is really going on? You know? Understand your part in it and stop trying to always point the finger at your partner. Understand that there's 2 people in this situation. She's not in it by herself, mister. Okay? She's not in it by herself, mister. And lady, you're not in it by yourself either. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in it together. So you got to look at what you're doing or not doing to cause the problem. Number 3, recognize moments of connection. Okay? In any situation where there's a couple, male and female, in a relationship, there's always a moment of connection. Whether you're in a disjointed or going through a stormy relationship, where there's storm clouds all over you, and you're angry at him and angry at him, at some point in time, there will be a momentary instance of connection, okay? Where you say, oh, man, I remember that time we went to the park together, we held hands. Stuff like that will come up. Those are the times that you want to latch on to, hold on to, because it's in those times that you can get through the storm, that you both remember the good times you had and recognize that it's not all bad, that there is a part of you that still wants to be in the relationship. Are you with me so far? Am I losing anybody? I hope I'm not losing anybody because my goal is to reach one, teach one. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not reaching you, I'm so sorry, but I think it. All right, but that's it, man. I just want to let you know that whenever you weather storms in your relationship, there's always a way to go through it and to get through it. But if you give up, you'll never get through it. You'll be a failure. Your relationship will be a failure. So you will you. You'll be a loser. I hate to say that, But if you don't win, you lose. Isn't that right? You want a W on your head or an L? Which one? I want to win. I want to win, man. I've lost at many relationships. Some of them I wanted to lose. I want to lose that person. I want to, but there's some that I did not want to lose, but I lost it anyway because I didn't do what I needed to do. And of course, again, there's two people in a relationship. They didn't do their part. Either we both drifted apart. So when you're in a storm, number one, recognize that this too shall pass. Storm don't last always, man. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what, y'all? After the rain and comes, after the pain and the rain comes the rainbow. You get a rainbow, that rainbow in the cloud. Say, no, hey baby, we made it. We made it through the storm. Look at the rainbow in the cloud. Yeah, we got a bright future. Yeah, it don't last always. And when you understand that, when you approach your stormy weather, when you approach your stormy relationship with that understanding in mind, it helps you get through it. It helps you be patient. It helps you to go through with confidence that, hey, we're going through something now, but we're going to make it. It's just a matter of time. We have to wait it out, okay? So that's it, man. That's all I got for you. Do we need to ride a train? Y'all want to ride a train? Go ride a train for a few minutes. We got, man. I got to get the big, get sleep from here. All right, people get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. They just get on board. All you need is love. Woo, say it again. Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. Nah. You just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready to ride the train? BobbieD, one nation under one love. When I say toot, you say all aboard. Toot, toot. Toot, toot. When I say all aboard, you say toot. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard. Ride this train, man. I'm about to pass out. Sorry, y'all. Night time give me a hard time. All right. So we got to find out who's over up top of the Buffalo Review first man in the his house. I need to know who that said they gonna beat them. Son. Let me see who was in this train, on this train tonight. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna drill down here and find out. Hold on. James, what's up, man? Rhythm goes in the house here. What's up about Love Train? Hey, man, we doing good, James. So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see ya. James Rhythm Goes coming to us from Chi-Town. He is on his way. As soon as they open it up, he'll be one of the first ones in the line trying to get over that border. Isn't that right, James? I know it is. Irene is waiting on you. They talk to each other every day. He has his fiance Irene. She lives in Lapu-Lapu, and she is waiting for him to come so bad. I love her, man. Your time is coming, James. Hang on in there. Ride Train, BobbieD, one night, James. Rhythm Go. Okay, he came to us from Facebook. Now coming to us from YouTube. Go, James. Do the doggone thing. He's number 1 and 2. No, he's number 1. He said, what up? How's the weather? The weather is right now we're in Cebu. It's on its way. It's not coming yet. It's not raining yet. But by tomorrow, I did a video on the Odette. That's what it's called. It's called Rai, R-A-I, or Odette. I did a video on it. So if you want to look at the video, it gives some insight on what's going on. All right, let's go right to everybody. Who we got? LJ. What's up, man? Hey, doing good, LJ. You all right, man? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Wouldn't want to beat that. Nah, man, we doing good, man. Ride Train, BobbieD. Rhythm gets number 1. Yeah, man, you done made it, man. You done made it. LJ, you know what I forgot to tell you, man. You know what I forgot to tell you? Number 2, just one. LJ, step up your game, man. Step up your game. Let's go, Ride Train. Who we got? Number 1. Yeah, man, you did it right, Shady. Who we got? Mr. Kelts. What's up, man? He said, my girl lie way too much for me. Reason one hell of a store. I got you, man. He said, this girl tells a lot of lies. Hey, man, whenever you find someone that's not truthful, and you know it, and then you caught them in many, many lies, that's a red flag. Red flag. Red flag. And when you get so many red flags, you got to let them go, man. You don't want to be nobody fool, do you? She said, well, I wasn't lying. And she was, right? So you have to make a decision, Mr. Kells. You want to keep on letting somebody lie to you and play you like a fool, huh? Or you want to grow wise up and say, look here, I ain't gonna be your fool. Get gone. You know what I'm saying? Use some common sense. Let her go. She want to act a fool with somebody else and tell a lie. Let her do somebody else. Ron, tell everybody leaves you. Who we got? That's it, man. All right, man. Let's be real. We got to go to bed. This is BobbieD. Say, take care. God bless. And peace.